Today we are this is the ninth Hennessy scholarship at the University of Stamford. So here we are already at the scholarship page or the scholarship portal. Let's just quickly take a look at the overview. Now this is a fully funded scholarship opportunity for masters and PhD respectively. Now let's take an overview of the scholarship program overview. 9 Tennessee scholars develop deep domain expertise in the Stanford graduate program and build on this domain expertise through exposure to a wide range of discipline culture with the 9 Tennessee scholars community. Scholars participate in the King Global Leadership Program KGLP, which includes workshops, lectures, projects, experiences that strengthen transformational discipline capabilities. Through KGLP, scholars collaborate and prepare to address important challenges and opportunities facing the world, such as climate change, healthcare, government and policy, as well as education. Okay, so that's just a brief overview of the scholarship. So next thing, let's go to funding, which is the most important thing that brought us here. We want, situation that we are going to school, but there's nothing bothering us. We're not thinking of how we're going to raise fee, take loans to foot our bills. So now it says funding. Say 9 Tennessee scholars receive up to 3 years of funding to pursue graduate studies at Stanford. This includes the JD, MA, MBA, MD, MFA, MS, DMA, and PhD program, as well as joint and dual degrees. So, like I earlier mentioned, is master's and PhD opportunities out of all postgraduate program, any program that you study in. So that's for the funding section now. So the next thing, let's look at admission and admission process. Now we'll start with planning to apply. That is where we start from. When should we apply, or when can we apply? Application timeline now, or when the application will be open. 9 scholars, that's those who intend taking the scholarship, they are to apply by 1st of July. Now remember that application for 2022 session is already closed. So what we are applying for now, or what we are anticipating to apply for now, is an application for 2022-2023. Yes, that's what we are applying for now. The application will open on the 1st of July 2022 and it will close on the 12th of October 2022. Now let's take the next. Let's look at eligibility. That is who is eligible, as well as the criteria for applying or criteria for getting the scholarship. He said the 9 Tennessee has no restriction based on age, college or university, field of study, career aspiration. We encourage citizens and residents of all countries to apply. We do not require applicants to seek endorsement from colleges, universities, or other institutions. There are two baseline eligibility requirements. Now look at something here. Something here is very, very it's very, very interesting to note. That means your university may not necessarily endorse you, or your institution, your college may not necessarily need to endorse you, and all nationality can actually apply for this 9 Tennessee scholarship according to this statement here, meaning there's also no age restriction as well. Yeah, the course you are coming to study is not restricted, meaning that you can come in to study any course. Your career aspiration will not also be affected, meaning because if you choose, there are some certain scholarship that you want to apply for, they will tell you that you must be in this field, you must be in that field, but this one all open to all field. Now let's take the first requirement now. So requirement 1, admission to Stanford. Like I earlier said, this scholarship was at the University of Stamford. Said that's the first requirement. It said in addition to applying to 9th Hennessy scholarship scholars, you must apply to the to be accepted by and enroll in a full-time Stanford graduate degree program, including but not limited to MDA, JD, MA, MBA, MFA, MPP, MS, or PhD programs. You must meet at least one of the following 4 conditions. That is, these are the programs you can apply for, although it is not limited to only this program. You can also apply to other programs as it pleases you. You say you are applying separately but concurrently to the 9th Hennessy Scholars and the full-time Stanford graduate degree program, such that you will start both in the same year. Now, look at something, meaning that what is here is that you are, while applying to Stanford University, you send in an application to the Stanford University. You equally send another application to the 9th Hennessy scholarship body. That's, you send both scholarships simultaneously. So that's what is there. Then the second thing again, you say you have already been offered and deferred admission to a full-time Stanford graduate degree program. We apply to the KHS such that both start in the same year. Then third, you are a current Stanford graduate who will apply to add a second full-time degree graduate program, such that we start both the KHS and the new program the same year. Before, you are a current Stanford PhD student in your first year of enrollment and we apply to KHS that will start in your second year. Now, another sweet thing is also here. Say if you are maybe you are a PhD student in your first year. Now, in your second year, now you can apply for this scholarship. Maybe if you've not earlier applied before, so you can also actually apply to commence the scholarship for a study in your second year of a PhD studies. So please note that a small number of Stanford graduate degree programs are not eligible for the 9th Hennessy Scholars. That are not kind of eligible. That's what is there. Okay, then the next, it said applicants to the Honors Cooperative Program, applicants to the Masters of Liberal Arts, applicants to the Doctor of Science of Law, then current Stanford students applying for coterminal graduate study, as well as current Stanford PhD students adding an MA or an MS degree in their current discipline. These are the few categories that cannot apply for the scholarship. The second place is undergraduate degree date. Now, so to apply to join in the cohort, you must have earned your first bachelor degree by 2016 or later, or 2017 or later. Now, if you are intending to join the scholarship or to continue your postgraduate program in 2023, you must have gotten your undergraduate as your bachelor degree by 2016 or later than January 2016. While if you are intending to join in 2024, you must have gotten your bachelor degree in 2017 or later. So that's what is there. Then the next, say for applicants who served in the military after their undergraduate studies, we extend the eligibility window by 2 years in acknowledgement of longer service commitment. You must have also earned a degree in January 2014 or later to enroll in the 2023. Current college students are eligible. Current college students are eligible if you will earn your first degree by September 2023. Within your eligibility window, we do not give preference based on recency of degree. Okay. So that's the the eligibility requirement page now rather. And let's go to maybe criteria and okay, we've seen the deadline. We've seen the deadline and when the scholarship will also be opening. So let's look at criteria. Why you will be chosen. You say one, independence of thought. You say we seek visionary thinkers who are curious, open-minded, analytical, eager for cross-cultural perspective, and genuinely excited to boldly and creatively address our world's important challenges. All right. So that's an interesting one. You must be very independent for you to be chosen. Now, all of this will be reflected in your statement of purpose or motivational later. And the second one, purposeful leadership, meaning that as a leader, you must have a purpose. He said we seek courageous leaders who are ethical, decisive, resilient to achieve meaningful results and motivated to inspire others to effect positive change at scale. One, achieves impactful results, confronts challenges with courage, persistence, and resilience, seeks to improve self and others, includes and inspires others to effect change, make decisions in accordance with values. And the third one is you have a civic mindset. That means you want to kind of obey law and order. That's what's there. Then date and deadlines, think we earlier looked at that. Then preparing your application, what will happen while you're preparing, what you should, what is expected of you in the process of preparing your application, document, and stuff like that. Okay. Now remember that the deadline is July 1st. Now they say there are two applications that are here. I believe one will be to the institution and one will be to the 9th Hennessy scholars. That's the awarding body. Now these are the documents required. One is the online application. 2, resume, transcript and test scores, recommendation letters, short answer and essay. Okay, so these are the necessary documents that is required of you to submit. So let's look at that CO2. There are two applications. If there are further details to note here. I earlier said that one will be to Stanford and one will be to 9th Hennessy. So it's just the box now explaining everything, how it will happen, when the application will start, when it will close, and these are the documents that we earlier read about being re-emphasized here. Online application form, CV, resume. Now the other application form will be an online application, something that maybe space where we fill your name, date of birth, country of origin or nationality, stuff of that nature, date, phone number, email, when you maybe the year you graduated from your previous institution, the degree of graduation, honor, award, and just everything surrounding your personal information will be. Then the next one, your CV, resume. I don't need to stress more on that. Then transcript and test scores, just necessary information that ordinarily you are supposed to have as a scholarship applicant. Then application steps, say create your 2 online applications as early as possible. You do not need to complete the application at once. You can save your progress and return as needed. Now, the best thing you should do while applying for a scholarship is get what are the documents or the necessary items that I have at the moment. Start with what you have at the moment. Start and and key them into the system, save them. And the next thing, what is next that I need to add, you bring them, you add just like that, while you also in consonance with, you know, when the deadline will clock, or when it will tick. So that's the best way. There's no point waiting till the last moment before you start running up and down. So that's what is there. It says submit the online application by their respective deadlines. You will not be able to edit your QHS once you submit it, with the exception of test scores, recommenders, and your intended Stanford graduate degree programs. Now, be very, very conscious while you are doing the submission of your application. Ensure that you've cross-checked several times to ensure that the information you enter there are all correct, because here it's stated that the moment you submit it, except the only thing you can add to it is your test scores, maybe recommendation letter from those who are recommending you, and your intending graduate degree program. That's maybe admission letter from Stanford University. Then number 5 is, if your Stanford graduate degree program requires test scores and you want to receive a new score after submitting your KHS application, update test scores for 9 Hennessy scholars through your application status page. So that's it, guys. If there's any question, maybe anything you are not too clear about, you can also always refer to that session, and you will be you will see an answer that will answer your question. That's one thing. That's the reason why the frequently asked question session is there. So it's for those who are having a challenge, they need their questions to be answered. That's the reason why that session is there. Now, this is after you've applied. You say the 2 evaluation process, meaning that's how you are being chosen through your CV, motivational letter, admission letter, and the rest of them. So that's just a necessary thing. So if you've gotten value from this video, please do give me a thumbs up, and do subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. I will talk to you soon. Bye.